to my crochet tutorials for absolute beginners. This is lesson number 3, and today we're going to learn how to skip the chain and make a foundation row. If you're new here and you've always wanted to learn crochet but you have no idea where to start, check out my Crochet for Beginners playlist from the very beginning. As always, these videos are aimed at absolute beginners, and over the course of this series, I'll be teaching you everything I know, from the simplest stitches to making a magic circle to learning to read a pattern, all to get you ready to make your very first crochet project. I use US terms throughout these videos, but do let me know if you want a video on UK terms as well. In the last video, we covered how to make the half stitches, so a half double crochet and a half triple crochet. And in this video, we'll be learning how to make a foundation single crochet row and a foundation double crochet row. Both of these can replace the initial chain and first row in a crochet project. As you may already know if you've been watching this playlist, I am not the biggest fan of crocheting into the chain, so anything that I can do to avoid it is great. And this foundation chain is the perfect replacement, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to use this super chunky yarn by King Cole and an 8mm hook just to make it nice and clear for you to see easily. So we're going to start with a slip knot. If you don't know how to make a slip knot, check out the first video in the playlist. And we're going to chain 2. Again, that's all in the first video of the playlist if you don't know how to do it. So you got your 2 chains on your hook, and you want to be inserting your hook into the back bump of the first chain on the hook. It doesn't have to be the back bump, but I do find it ends up a lot neater. Yarn over and pull up a loop. You got 2 loops on your hook, then yarn over, pull through 1, that creates the chain part of this foundation row, and yarn over and pull through 2 to create your single crochet on this foundation row. So effectively you're getting the chain and the first row of stitches done at the same time. Now this is where you want to pop a stitch marker in if you want to make sure you can keep an eye on where the start of the chain is, because it can be a little awkward when it comes back to going back on it. I always like to use stitch markers even if I don't feel like I need them, because I probably will. So then we're going to insert our hook into that chain part. And you can see here, I'm trying to make sure that I get under both parts of the V, and you can see them if you separate them on the hook. So you want 2 little parts of the V, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through 1 to create the next part of the chain, and yarn over and pull through 2 to create your second stitch. Let's do that again. Insert your hook into the last chain part you made, making sure that you're under both parts of that V. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over and pull through 2. Do this one more time. Insert your hook into the last chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, and yarn over and pull through 2. And I'm going to do the rest of this 10 stitch foundation single crochet row. So here's your foundation single crochet row. It makes for a really nice stretchy base for a crochet project. I find it's a lot more stretchy than a chain and then a row. It also creates nice neat little stitches on the bottom instead of that kind of rough looking chain that you can get if you chain and then add a row of stitches. I use this pretty much anywhere that I can get away with it, and that's most places. It's a really great tool to know. So next we're going to do a foundation double crochet row, and it works in a very similar way. So we're going to start with our slip knot, and we're going to chain 2, yes, 2 again, and before we insert our hook into that very first back bump, we're going to yarn over. Insert your hook into the very first back bump of the chain, yarn over and pull up a loop. Now you've got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 1 to create the first part of the chain. Yarn over and pull through 2. And yarn over and pull through 2 again to create your first double crochet. Now again, we're going to pop those stitch markers there just to keep track of where the beginning of the row is. We're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that very first part of the chain, making sure that you're under both sides of the V. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2 again. So I'm going to finish this foundation double crochet row just so you can see again how it will look at the end. And this is your finished foundation double crochet row. Again, it's nice and stretchy and neat on both the top and bottom. Practice making foundation rows like this until it feels completely natural to you. The next Crochet for Beginners tutorial will cover increasing and decreasing to make something wider or narrower, so keep an eye out for that one next month. I'm also sharing some of the series over on TikTok along with some bonus tips, so check out my crochet tutorials playlist over there if that sounds good to you. Stay tuned for a cozy little Q&A session at the end of the month with me on YouTube. And if you enjoyed this video, help me out by dropping a like. And if you'd like to keep up to date with this crochet series, don't forget to subscribe. Bye!